So the title is not lying. For my very first long form video, I'm just gonna be rambling about things that I have been like interested in doing lately and things that I like. So I'm probably just gonna be talking about like games and like shows and stuff and music and some activities I like, because just a lot of things you can consume, because the only purpose I have in my life is to consume, I guess. Slightly off topic as well, just because I'm talking. I cut my nails yesterday. I usually have pretty long natural nails, because I think I like it. I think it looks cool. I like doing my nails. It also doesn't hurt that it makes my fingers look longer and I look a bit more mature. But every once in a while I cut them off just because, you know, you need that reset in your life. And usually I paint them when they're completely cut, because then in my mind it makes it feel like they're growing faster. But since they're unpainted and short, my fingers look short. I look like a little boy, especially since, at least in this video, I don't have like 10 pounds of eyeliner and like glittery eyelids, so I look like a little boy. So I hope you guys aren't too bothered by that. Anyways, first thing I'm going to get into that I like, I have it right here, is this manga, Honey Lemon Soda. So this is the only volume that I have. It's volume 2. And instead of... So I bought this literally like a year ago. I had it in my bin and I was like, I'm gonna read it, but I don't really want to read it because this is only the second volume and I want to find volume 1, obviously. Throughout that entire almost 2 years I've had this, I haven't found the first volume at all. And so I was like, damn it, I'm never gonna read it because this is the second volume and I don't want to start on the second one. But then I remembered it had an anime adaptation, so I was like, okay, whatever. I got a free trial of Crunchyroll for a week and I watched the whole series. There's only 12 episodes. And I really, really liked it. I thought it was super cute, if a little generic. If you don't know what it's about, I'll be explaining what it's about right now. So I don't know if you're watching it and you're for some reason and you don't want to be spoiled or whatever, you can like skip it if you want. But it's about this girl. She is a very meek, shy girl. She's very smart as well, but she is going to this high school that's kind of like, they say it's like a slacker high school. The rules are like very lax. Everyone dresses like this and it's awesome. But she was like bullied in middle school for just being like a complete doormat. But then she runs into this boy with blonde hair and it looks like his lemon soda, but and then they become like friends or something. I like it. I think it's good. I think it's cute. I like the characters a lot. My favorite characters are the main character, Uka, and her friend, who is... I'm sorry, I always forget what her friend is named. Ayumi Endo. I love Ayumi. She's so much fun. Especially... She's super fun in the anime. I'm not completely sure about the manga, but I'm assuming it's the same. So, the anime is only 12 episodes long, and spoilers, in the final episode, Uka and Kai, who is the blonde one, they finally they confess their feelings for each other, and it's so cute. And they're gonna go out on a date. They're gonna like start dating and then eventually move up to boyfriend and girlfriend, but since it's over, they don't show them going out. And it makes me wonder if, because the manga has
31 volumes.
So it makes me wonder when they get together in the manga, or even if they do it all, which I feel like they would, right? Because the anime's episodes, I believe, are based off of chapters in the manga, but they aren't exactly equivalent. The third episode in the series, I think it's the third, is they're out on a school like trip. They're going on a hike, and Uka is the like leader of the hike, and one of her classmates tampers with the map and they get lost, and like Uka feels responsible. I think that's the third episode of the show. But in this second volume, it's actually that like storyline is in this one. This is chapter 5, and I must lead into 6 or something. Either way, it's chapter 5. So the episodes and chapters aren't equivalent. So I'm wondering what happens in the manga, like, after they get together. Like, is there, like, drama? Do they, like, just start dating and it's cute? Because, like, I want to read that. It's just, I can't find, like, any of these volumes in stores past, like, 5 or, like, 7. So, if anyone knows, still don't tell me, because I want to find out for myself. But as much as I do love Honey Lemon Soda, I have a few criticisms. I'd say that it's kind of I don't want to say stupid, but it's a little stupid how like the whole like world is seemingly out to get Uka. Like everyone just like not everyone, but everyone is just like treating her like an alien. She has some middle school bullies that appear in her school, like this group of people that bullied her. They eventually, like, one of them or all 3 of them in the anime, they end up dropping out of high school, so they like she doesn't really deal with them every single day, but they are just complete bitches. And I'm sure some bullies in real life are like super like cartoonish, but Uka has some like huge cartoon bullies, and they're just horrible to her, and like everyone else is just kind of a bit like they act a bit weird towards her, and it's just interesting how like I don't know, it's just a bit weird. There's also a character, my god, Tomoya. What does he do? In the anime, at least, he's Kai's friend, I think. And he's like, he talks to Uka a couple times. He's like, don't get yourself roped in with that Kai. He's only gonna do bad things to you. And he like also defends Uka sometimes, but other than that, I don't really know who he is. I don't really know what his purpose is. It's not like I hate him or anything, but he's just kind of a weird character, and I guarantee that in the manga they probably like expand on him a bit more, and which is why I do want to read it as well. But in the anime, at least, I don't know what his like deal is. But yeah, if you like shoujo or like just like cute romance stuff, I would recommend Honey Lemon Soda. It's kind of like a very teenage story. Like, I feel like you would mostly get enjoyment out of it if you're like a teenager. It would probably seem a little stupid if you were like an adult reading it, but I like it. It's cool, and I think it's cute. Okay, so next thing I've been quite into lately is I also have a visual aid is book. It's Animal Crossing, specifically Animal Crossing New Leaf, and also Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer, not Happy Home Paradise. I'm so sick of trying to find information about Happy Home Designer, and the first thing that comes up every single time without fail is Happy Home Paradise. I don't want to look at that. I want Happy Home. So what started, I've been a big fan of Animal Crossing since, well, I've known about Animal Crossing for a long time. My older brother got New Leaf in 2017. I was 8 years old in 2017. And I thought it looked just horribly boring. Like, I was not interested in it at all. I didn't even really know what it was about. Like, I knew you lived in a village with your animals and they crossed or whatever, and I just thought that's so boring. But then in like 2019, when I was like just in the peak of my like Nintendo obsession, I would like watch all the Nintendo Directs, and I would see the trailers for New Horizons, and I was like, oh, I guess it looks cool, but I don't really care about Animal Crossing. But my brother, who was like the Animal Crossing junkie, he was so excited, and I was like, okay, whatever. And then when he got New Horizons in 2020, he wanted to get me into it, I think, or I wanted to get into it. I don't remember. But he let me play his copy of New Leaf on the 3DS, and I was hooked. I loved it. I loved it so much that I also got New Horizons and stopped playing New Leaf. But I would always play New Leaf in the background. Like, I'd have my town, I'd make some custom designs, I'd make myself like outfits and stuff. I would always usually get my like town approval rating to 100%, but I never really did it. I never like would do any like ordinances or public works projects. But I eventually did get my own copy of New Leaf as well as Happy Home Designer, because I thought, whatever, I want to play Happy Home Designer, and it's good. I like it. But so I've always liked the 3DS Animal Crossings, like, but I always did like New Horizons more until after literally 2 years of playing New Horizons hours a day, every day, I never suffered like the early Animal Crossing burnout until like 2 years later, when I couldn't do it. I had reset my island 3 times. I'm on my 3rd island. It still looks like shit because I barely play it. And I'm like, oh man. But then all of a sudden, I made a New Leaf town in 2023, and that's just been the one I've kept since. But I would play it occasionally, but also leave it for like 9 months, and then come back for like a week, and then leave it again for another like 9 months. It was like a cycle. It was weird. But like a few weeks ago, I don't know like what came over me, and I was like, I'm gonna play Happy Home Designer. I want to play Happy Home Designer. I don't think I've beaten it yet. And when I like got onto it, I literally beat it that day. Beat it in the sense, you can't really beat Happy Home Designer, but in the sense that I have decorated every single villager's house, except for all the special characters, because you need amiibo cards for that. But I decorated every base villager's house and every facility. And so I was like looking back on the houses I made. Oh my god. And when I looked at the facilities, they were even worse. Some of the ugliest things I've ever seen in my life. It was appalling. I didn't know what to do with myself. But you could redo villager houses. I'm like, I cannot stand. Now, I was like, I cannot stand for any of these houses that I have made. These are not a reflection of me. So I have taken upon the challenge of I redesigning every single villager's house that I've made. except for like the last 2 houses that I did that I made most recently, and not the houses that I made with my 11 to 12, 13-year-old me's mind. And they're just like way better. And with my revived interest in Happy Home Designer, I was like, you know, I'm gonna play New Leaf again. But I thought I lost the cartridge and I was really bummed, but I found it. And I haven't really been able to put it down since. It's definitely the New Leaf town that I've developed the most. Like, I was gonna say I had a lot of public works projects, but I really don't. I have a good amount of public works projects. I have the museum has the 2nd floor. I have the club. I have the furthest I had never been able. I have the cafe. I have the Roost, which I was like, that was something I was like never able to like keep a town long enough to do. When I was like resetting my towns all the time, the most I would do, like the furthest I had ever gone in terms of like shops and stuff was I would get Shampoodle because I always wanted to change my hair. I would get Kicks, and I would get TIY, which is the second to last store upgrade. I have never gotten the Roost. I've never gotten the museum to upgrade. I still don't have the fortune telling shop, but most importantly, I have never gotten TNT Emporium because fucking Gracie would not show up until today. I have TNT Emporium. This is the first time I've ever gotten my shop to be upgraded 100%. I'm gonna show you right now. Look at that. That's a TNT Emporium if I've ever seen it. I've never been so happy in my life. For a while there, I just wanted Gracie to show up more than anything so I could get TNT Emporium. I legitimately thought my copy was wrong and that Gracie just didn't exist for me. But she does, and I have TNT Emporium now, and all I need... well, I just finished the public works project for the Dream Suite, even though you can't even use it anymore, which sucks. Because I really wanted to see other people's towns. I can do that, and I like doing it in New Horizons, but it's just, I want to see New Leaf towns. I do. But I don't have the fortune shop yet, which is kind of difficult to get. You have to get your fortune told by Katrina 20 times? I think it's 20 times, which is kind of a lot for how little she shows up. But I will get every single facility if it kills me. I'm trying to make a bunch of hybrid flowers. I'm trying to get pink and black hybrid flowers because that's the like color scheme I want for my town. I'm doing good on black hybrid flowers, but pink is just killing me. I'm doing roses, by the way. But I've set goals for myself. Like, I want to have my house fully upgraded. I want to have every room decorated. I want to have a bunch of public works projects put into order. I want to have my house decorated, like I said. I want just to make my town look good. There's another thing I want to do, though, which is kind of cheating, but I really, really want to see if I can, like... I want to mod my 3DS someday, because it's surprisingly easy to mod your 3DS. And I kind of want to get an Action Replay and see if I can edit my town just a little bit, because I don't really like the way my villagers' houses are, and I want to get more flowers, and I want to get more money, and I'm sick of beetle hunting. But yeah, I've been really into Animal Crossing New Leaf lately, and I think if there's anyone watching who is an Animal Crossing fan, I think they should play, or if they haven't played New Leaf, or they haven't played New Leaf in a long time, I really think they should get back into it. I think it's definitely worth it. New Leaf is kind of goated. I love it. So, I was going to talk about music, and I guess I will really quick. Just gonna talk about some bands that I found, or just ones that I recently have been listening to. So, my neighbor's like doing yard work, so I'm sorry if you can hear that. The first band I want to talk about that I found through a post is this band called Mad Planets, and they are just extremely underrated, to me at least. They don't have that many. If you stream music, which I don't know what you probably do. There's not many people who don't. They don't have that many monthly listeners. I use YouTube Music like a fucking chud, but so I don't know if you can really see monthly listeners on YouTube Music, but they have like under 500 subscribers to their channel. And on Spotify, I think it was like 20,000 monthly listeners. I'm just niche like that. I'm really not. But I think they make really nice music. It's quite calming. So they have 2 albums actually. It's just only their first one is on Spotify, if you use Spotify, which is their first album from 1999 called Music Makes Me Think of You. On YouTube Music, they actually have a second album from 2018, which I have not listened to yet, but it's probably pretty good. But yeah, if you've never heard of Mad Planets, you should really listen to them. I wish I had gotten into them earlier though, because they have an Instagram account, and I follow them obviously, but they had just started, just a few months ago, they were posting about how they're reissuing CDs, and I missed out on it, and I really wish I discovered them earlier, because I want their first album on a CD. I think it's a good album, and I would listen to it a lot if I had my own car, and just on my CD player in general. But yeah, listen to Mad Planets. They're really, really good. My favorite song they have is Franny. Last thing I want to ramble about is that I've been like trying to make my own clothes. Sort of. I'm not that good at it. So far I've only had one successful project, which is, hold on, let me get it. It's this like very basic black tank top I made out of a velvet fabric that I had, but I also made like a matching like skirt for it, so I can wear it as like, it looks like a little dress, and I think it's cool, I guess. I sort of cheated with this because the front, I didn't hem it like normally. I used hemming tape because I didn't want to deal with it, and because I've never been that good at sewing. But when I have sewn things, the part that people say it's easy, but I don't fucking think it's easy, and it annoys me, is hemming. I hate hemming things. It might just be like the perfectionist in me, but I can never get like a perfect hem. And that annoys me to no end. Like, I'm always trying to make sure that everything lines up correct and everything. It's like, it'd probably help if I had like a ruler or something. I'm just doing this off the noggin. But, it's like, if I had like a specific tool, it would be easier or something. But I'm always just trying to make sure like there's like this much. But then when I freaking sew it down, it never looks right. So it's like, oh, damn it, I'm not even gonna bother, so I just use hemming tape, and it sort of worked, I think. I don't know. It probably is somewhat uneven, and I also have trouble with sewing, like, straight lines, which is also another thing that is, like, easy, but I just can't do it. So, when you look at the parts I did hem by hand, I recommend not looking at them, actually. But yeah, I've been trying to make my own clothes. The thing I'm working on right now, actually, is I cut up an old white shirt, and I'm trying to make my own, like, one of those, like, lace camisole shirts. But I honestly, I could just, like, buy my own, but I'm, like, kind of embarrassed to ask. And people say to go thrifting from my thrift stores suck ass. I found 2 good things at a thrift store at once, like twice, but they're two separate stores, and I'm not driving all the way over there just to maybe find something cool. If I have the ability to, I'll try to make it myself. And if I don't have the ability to make it myself, then that's just too damn bad, and I can't have that article of clothing. But I'm trying to make my own lace camisole type shirt. I have lace ribbon. It doesn't really match the fabric, but we ball. But I also don't think I'll have enough fabric to make the straps, so... and I might just have to, like thug it out and improvise, but, we'll see. Yeah, we will see. That's all I just kind of wanted to ramble about. This is the first video I made for this channel, and if anyone's watching it, thank you. And to anyone who sat through me talking about just random stuff for 30 minutes, also, thank you. And yeah, that's just kind of all I wanted to talk about.